This is the Sony a7 mirrorless camera. Ever since its release, photographers have waited patiently for advanced off-camera flash products. Features like high-speed sync, through-the-lens metering, coupled with the very best lighting gear were only available to DSLR shooters. Now, thanks to a collaboration between Profoto and Sony, high-performance flash features are finally here. Introducing the Profoto Air Remote TTL-S. This wireless radio trigger gives you full TTL and high-speed sync capabilities with Profoto's B1, B2, and their new D2 flashes. It offers a wireless range of 1,000 feet, operates on 2 AAA batteries, and lasts up to 30 hours. And it weighs only 3.1 ounces. Now that we have the tech stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and put this new trigger to use. I actually have a prototype of the trigger here direct from Profoto that we're going to be using for today's shoot. And so let me go ahead and break down exactly what we're going to be using for all of the shots, both in the studio and outdoors. So behind me, I have a Profoto B2. This is one of their lights that they offer that works with the Profoto trigger. It actually runs off of a battery pack, which is very light, super handy, and it actually allows you to connect 2 B2 heads directly to this battery pack. So that's what we're going to be using for our lighting, both indoors and outdoors. I'm also using a Profoto Umbrella Silver XL. It's the only lighting modifier. As you know from watching my episodes, I love shooting with one light and with one light modifier. So that's what we're going to be using for all of the shots here in the studio and also when we take it outdoors. Now, I had a lot of people a few videos back that had made mention of the fact that I forgot to introduce my model, even though she has been in multiple episodes here of the breakdown. So what I wanted to do this time is I wanted to give a very big, huge, grandiose entrance to my model, Noelle Moore. So was that a grand enough introduction for you?
It was all right.
All right, so now that we have all of the introductions and all of the formalities out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with our studio shots. I'm using the Sony a7 II, which is a full-frame mirrorless camera, and I have it paired up with one of my favorite lenses. This is the Sony 24-70 2.8 G Master lens, and I'm also using a battery grip with this as well because this really helps whenever you're shooting in a portrait orientation, so you don't have to lift up your elbows and do all that. You could just hold it and take your shots. Good, it does work, and I could actually control it here.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that'll make life ultra easy. One of the things I like about these triggers is that you're able to dial up or down the power of your lights as well as the modeling light. This is especially useful if you have multiple lights on set, as you'll save time adjusting your settings remotely. Here are the resulting images, shot at f11, 1/160th of a second, ISO 100. And one last shot. Awesome. All right, so now that we've finished our studio shots, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take this entire setup and walk outdoors and take some outdoor shots. I mentioned early on that this trigger offers TTL, or through the lens metering. The Profoto Air Remote has a hybrid mode where you can take your first shot using TTL, and then it switches to manual mode with those same TTL settings intact, so you can tweak the settings as needed. With a 1.3 second refresh rate at full power, I found shooting with this light and trigger combo outdoors to be an absolute pleasure. If you're a Sony shooter and haven't used professional lighting systems like the ones offered from Profoto, you definitely should check it out. So what do you all think about Profoto's new trigger for Sony? Be sure to leave your feedback and any questions that you might have in the comments section below. Thanks for watching this episode. Be sure to check out the Adorama Learning Center where they have tons of amazing articles. And also, while you're here, make sure you subscribe to Adorama TV. There's loads of videos, loads of great content for you to watch. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next episode of The Breakdown. Bye, everybody.